In this video, I will show you how to add an RSS feed to your Wix website quickly and easily. The first thing that we need to do is open up Elfsight. This is the tool that we will be using to build the widget, and I've linked it in the description below. Go ahead and click on that link and it will take you straight over to this page. This link also ensures that everything connects properly when we embed it. From here, just enter your email into this box to sign up for free, and then on this next page, create your password. Just like that, we are signed up and ready to go. Now, from here, once we are signed up to Elfsight, and we can start to see some of the widgets that we have available here, the widget that we specifically want to add is the RSS feed. So to find this, we just come up to this search widgets bar and type in RSS. And right here, we can see the RSS feed widget. So we can click into this right here, and then we can go ahead and choose from one of these templates. Now, realistically, the template that we choose here doesn't make a crazy difference because this is all customizable as we build out the widget. So the colors, the layout, everything like this is completely customizable. So just choose the one that you think looks the best, and then we can click continue with this template. And once this is added in, we can now add our RSS feed URL. So the way that we find this is we just want to open up a new tab. And let's say that I want to add BBC News RSS feed. So we can type in BBC News RSS feed. And then we can see right here is usually going to be the top option. We can click into this. And then right here, depending on the website that you go to, it might be a little bit different, but the general guidelines are the same. So in here, we can see the BBC News feed. Let's go ahead and select top stories. And then in here, we have this long piece of code. You don't need to worry about this. All we need to do is grab this link from the top. So we copy this, and then we can come back over to Elfsight and paste this in, click on add. And just like that, this is now going to be added. We can then go in here and choose the filters if we want to show or hide specific content. So we can click into filter this, we can go to keywords, and we can choose to show posts containing certain keywords or exclude. And we can do the same for specific posts or dates. So once we have this added, we can then go down to the layout area, and in here, we can choose the layout that we want to go for. So we can choose like a carousel or a slider or a grid view right here. Then we can come down to customize layout, and in here we can choose things like how many columns we are going to show, how many rows we are going to show. We can select this all right here, and then we can even choose to have a widget title. So if we turn this on, we might be able to go ahead and say BBC Live World News. In this example, we can add a caption as well, and that is how we can go ahead and build this out. Next, we can go down to the posts, and we can choose the post style that we want to use in here. So we can select this. We can choose what happens if somebody clicks into one of these posts. By default, this is going to open up a pop-up, but we can also go to open a new tab. And when people click on this, it will take them over to that article on whichever website you are going to grab this from. So we can select this, we can then go in and we can change the pop-up style if we set this to pop-up. So if we want this to be a feed or classic. And then finally, we can come down to the style. And in here, this is where we can customize the colors and fonts. So we can choose if we want to start with a dark or light theme. We can then change the accent color. I think that's probably, or maybe even this is the best for the BBC. We can then choose the font that we want to use. We can go ahead and select a font right here. And then beneath this is where we can go into things like the background, and we can change the background color that we are using for this widget. We can go in and play around with the title right here, the color, the links color, all of these different things. Now, once we have this set up and we now want to add the RSS feed to Wix, all we have to do is click on publish up here. And then Elfsight will take us through to this screen where we can now choose a plan. Now, to get started, I recommend going with this free plan, as this allows us to get everything set up for free. And then with these paid plans, if you want access to more widgets or if you want more website views, you can upgrade to one of these later. But for now, we just want to select the free plan. Once that plan has been selected, we are then going to be given this piece of code, and this code is how we are going to embed the RSS feed onto Wix. So we just copy the code right here, and then we can go over to our Wix website editor. And the first thing that we want to do is we want to scroll down until we find where we want to add the RSS feed. So I'm going to add mine right here underneath this top section. So we click on add section where we want to add this. And then from here, we go add elements. It's then going to open this add element sidebar. So from here, we just come down to embed code, and embed HTML is the one we want. So we add this to the site. And then once this drops in, we simply click into this box, paste in the code that we just copied from Elfsight, and click on update. Just like that, the RSS feed is now going to be dropped in. So of course, we need to rearrange this. We need to make this bigger than it currently is to fit the RSS feed. So we can stretch this out to fit the entire section, and then drag this up to the top. And now we can drag this down to make sure that this is all going to fit. So we can add it to about there. And that is how you can add an RSS feed to your Wix website.